So the first one is vision. Now, one of the best ways to understand vision is that if you imagine that you are living your life, you may have felt that you don't like the job that you're in, or you're disappointed with the results that you've had so far, or maybe you're just frustrated that you just don't seem to be getting out of the blocks. And that's something that is very, very common. I've been fortunate enough to coach people who feel exactly like that. And one of the questions that I always ask is, how would you like your life to be? And typically, you get a look like this. And the response is, well, I don't know, but, and they will run into a whole list of things that they don't want. I don't like my job. I don't like who I work with. I don't like my salary. I don't like my car. I don't like where I live. I don't like my boyfriend or girlfriend. Or any number of things. Are very, very, very good at having a vision of what they don't like, but they don't have a vision of what they do want. And it's a bit like you going out for a walk and you just walk around in a circle and wear out the flooring in your hall. You are walking, but you're not going anywhere. And that's the same thing is that when you don't have a vision, you can take all this action and not get anywhere because you don't have a vision of where you want to go. So how is it you're going to know the direction to take, the path to follow, and if you're actually on the right track, if you don't have a vision, a place where you see yourself in the future? So the idea with a vision is what you want to do is create a vision for what your life would be like and the ideal life. And in the scenario I give you the magic wand scenario, which is, here's a magic wand, you create the ultimate life. What would that be? And in doing that, what you do is you remove the limitations and you remove the restrictions, because the majority of people will come up with reasons why they can't have it. And it's usually they don't have the time, they have a job, they have some sort of time constraint, or all the variables of why they can't get their dream life. So with the magic wand, let's take all the variables out. Let's take all the things that could stop you, and let's just say what type of life you would want. You can do this now. So if I give you a magic wand and I passed it over to you, and it says, have the ultimate life that you want, would it come to you straight away? You can try it now. Feel free to pause the video and just give yourself a few minutes and just think, what would be the ultimate life be? And what I want you to notice is that might not have came instantly to your mind. Why that doesn't come instantly to your mind is actually a very, very important reason why you should always take time to tune up your mindset. And is that what happens in our Western world is that we are wired and programmed to find the negative or the reason why we can't, or the reason what's stopping us, and we tend to focus on the things that are blocking our path. And with a little shift of focusing on what you do want, it can seem alien, it can seem foreign to you. So by taking the time to remove the existing pattern, which is, let me focus on why it won't work, let me focus on the negative, let me focus on why I can't get the outcome, let's flip the switch. What would happen if you focused on the outcome you want? The ultimate outcome, you're not bound by anything. So you want to live in a house in the ring of Saturn, if you like, just put anything down. Go wild and plan out a vision for the future. And what you can do is you can go crazy, you can come up with some bonkers ideas, but within that list, if you wrote down a list, there'll be some things on that list that to you, if you've seen them, they would really inspire you. And when they inspire you, you would go, this is worth pursuing. I would be prepared to do whatever it takes for however long it takes to achieve that outcome, to get that particular thing that's on that list. It could be living in your dream location. It could be living in your dream house. It could be the ability to travel the world. It could be running the greatest business. You could be a movie star, a footballer, some other kind of sports person, anything you like. You're not bound by any limits. So when you get that vision in your head and you start with one and another one and another one, then they will start to flow out. And what this does is it changes the pattern of your thought. You start to go from a negative fixed mindset and you switch into an abundance and growth mindset. And really what that means is you're looking to the outcomes that you want rather than the reasons why you can't get the outcomes. And that's a subtle difference. But when you notice, when you start to do that now, you will get an incredible switch in your thought pattern. And that thought pattern will start to show you the opportunities that are in this world, because they are. And if you look at some of the people that have done that, we'll cover off a famous one in a second, but there's people that have set themselves an outrageous goal, like an unbelievable vision, to the point where most people would think they were, stark raving mad that they would do such a thing, but they did, and they start to see opportunities. And you've heard me talk about the red car theory in the past in previous episodes, and for those that haven't heard it, let me explain what that is. Have you ever bought something and you've thought about it lots, you go out and you buy something, it's all the thing that you can think about, you go, I must have it, and then you buy it, and then you see that item everywhere. And there's a famous theory called the red car theory, and it goes something like this, is that when you, like if someone offered you 100 quid for every red car that you would see, how many red cars do you think you would notice? And what would happen is you would go out and you would start noticing all the red cars on the road. What that means is that you're actually blocking out all the details of the world, just like you could block out opportunities if you're not looking for these opportunities. Just the same as if you block out red cars, because why would you need to remember all the red cars? But if you had an incentive to see red cars, like someone was going to give you a reward, you would see red cars everywhere. It means that they're always there. You just aren't switched on to recognizing them. So the same applies with your vision. The opportunities in the life that you can create is out there. The ultimate dream life is there, and the opportunities are there, but you are not switched on to notice them yet. And it's very easy to switch them on. What you need to do is take some time and create that vision. I mean, you create that vision just like you switch on the ability to see the red cars, or that top that you always wanted to buy, or that ball that you see everywhere. You will see that item that you focus on everywhere. And if you do it with your vision, you'll start to see the things that will materialize in your perspective, where you go, oh yeah. And that is the power of having a vision.